Good morning, students of class 10. Today I am going to complete the rest part of your chapter, Long Walk to Freedom. Nelson Mandela says that it is in these comrades in the struggle that I learned the meaning of courage. Time and again, I have seen men and women risk and give their lives for an idea. I have been seen that men stand up to attack and torture without breaking, showing a strength and resilience that defies this imagination. I learned, Nelson Mandela says, that he learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who doesn't feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. No man is born hating another person because of color of his skin or his background or his religion and region. People must learn to hate, but if they know the meaning of hate, they must know the meaning of love. They can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart to hate. But in the grimmest times in the prison, when my comrades and I were put to our limits, I would see a glimmer of humanity in one of the guards, perhaps just for a second, but it was enough to reassure me that keep me going. Man's goodness is just like a flame which can be hidden but never extinguished. In life, every man has twin obligations. Obligation to his family, to his people, to his parents, to his wife, to his children, and has an obligation to his people, his community, and his country. In a civil and human society, each man is able to fulfill this obligation according to his own inclination and abilities. But in a country like South Africa, it was almost impossible for a man of my birth and color to fulfill both of these obligations. In South Africa, a man of color who attempted to live as a human being was punished and isolated. That was the condition. In South Africa, a man who lived as a human being was punished and isolated. They were ripped away from his family and his home and was forced to live a life apart. I didn't in the beginning choose my people above my family, but in attempting to serve my people, I found that I was prevented from fulfilling my obligation as a son, as a father, and as a husband. In such way, he was not able to fulfill his obligation. I was not born with a hunger to be free. Nelson Mandela said that I was born free. Free in every way that I could know. Free to run in the fields near my mother's hut. Free to swim in the clear stream and ran through my village. Free to roast maize under the stars. And to ride broad backs of slow-moving bulls. As long as I obeyed my father and abided my customs to my tribe, I was not troubled by the laws of man or God. It was only when I began to learn my boyhood freedom was an illusion. When I discovered as a young man that my freedom has already been taken away from me. Then I began to hunger for it. Then he wanted his freedom. At first, as a student, he wanted freedom for himself. Transitory freedom of being able to stay out at night, read what I please and go where I choose. Later, as a young man in Johannesburg, I yearned for the basic and honorable freedom of achieving my potential, of earning my keep, of marrying and having a family. The freedom not to be obstructed in a lawful life. But when I slowly saw that not only was I not free, but my brothers and sisters were not free, I saw that it was not just my freedom that was curtailed, but the freedom of everyone who looked like I did. This is when I joined the African National Congress, and that is when the hunger of my freedom became the greater hunger in the freedom of my people. It was this desire for the freedom of my people to live their lives with a dignity and self-respect. And due to this, it transformed a frightening young man into a bold one that drove a law-abiding attorney to become a criminal that turned a family-loving husband into a man without a home and forced to life-loving men to live a life like a monk. This was the transformation which took place in Nelson Mandela. Freedom is invisible. The chains on every one of my people were the chains on all of them. The chains of all my people were the chains on me. Such way they were interconnected to each other. They were bound in the same chain. I knew that the oppressor must be liberated just as surely as the oppressed. A man who takes away another man's freedom is a prisoner of hatred. He is locked behind the bars of prejudice and narrow-mindedness. I am not free because if I have taken away someone's freedom, just as surely as I am not free if my freedom has been taken away. The oppression and the oppressed and the oppressor alike are robbed of their humanity. In such way, Nelson Mandela has given his speech on the occasion of his oath ceremony that took place in Amphitheatre Pretoria in South Africa when he became the first black president of that country. Thanking all of you. Next day we will start next lesson. Have a nice day.